Hey guys, it's your girl Eve. Thank you for waiting patiently. I'm sorry it's so late. I've had some technical difficulties and a new setup, as you can see. True Crime with Eve. So again, thank you for being here so late. There is an update on, obviously, the Athena Strand case that was, in my opinion, kind of a doozy from the get-go because of all of the, misinformation and miscommunication. But they did find the remains of Athena. And it really took me by surprise on what the presser said just about, an hour and a half ago. So, yeah, I hope you like it. It's a little different, so I had a little bit of help, obviously, from Tales from the Fort. So shout out to them. Please go listen to their podcast and like and subscribe to their YouTube. We're kind of helping each other get our platforms kind of out there. So appreciate you, Tales. All right, so we're going to go over, I know you probably already seen this, but we're going to go over this because I was a little bit confused on some of the things that they said about the FedEx driver and all that stuff, so we're going to get into it. But again, they did find the remains of Athena, 7-year-old girl from Paradise, Texas. All right, so let's get into this.
Good evening. We are, yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry. Good evening. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. It's been a really, really tough few days, and I'm very proud of the people who are here who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families. And these people, we couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task, and because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten, and we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athena Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children.
And as a Texan, I can say that is a fact. And we will prosecute people to the utmost degree, especially with crimes against children. I will say, that my heart goes out to the family of this precious little girl. At the very beginning, there was so much weird information going out there and a lot of emotions, right? So, the lesson that I think I need to learn on this channel is don't always jump to conclusions, even when things seem off, right? With people surrounding these missing children, but also stand firm with what you believe in until the truth comes out. It's okay to have opinions, right? Especially with the Michael Vaughn case, Summer Wells, etc. But this one took me for a ride. If you haven't seen this, just wait. And trigger warning.
And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athena, 7-year-old Athena, came up missing. And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athena died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home.
So she went missing on Wednesday at around maybe after 5:30. So she has been known to, maybe get a little snippy with the parents or the stepmom and kind of go cool off maybe and go outside. So that was not something that was not normal. She would do that. Well, that's what she did this time with the fight with the stepmother, and she, within the hour of her going outside around the gate area, this FedEx driver abducted this little 7-year-old girl. And I cannot believe that sometimes it's very hard when you see crimes of opportunity actually come to fruition, where you're like, there's no way that someone was just there, she was there, and they took it upon themselves to do that. But it happens. It's so rare. And statistically, they found her within, 48 to 72 hours. So this kind of goes in line with the, what true abductions or abductions look like statistically. Yes, we all know that they don't always seem that way or look that way. Especially nowadays with technology and things like that. It maybe the statistics are changing. Maybe we need to start looking at different ways of how children go missing and what really happened to them. We have a lot to learn about these things. Unfortunately, it's never going to go away. But that's a lesson that this channel is definitely going to be utilizing. That's for sure. But this poor girl was just trying to cool off her head with, getting into an argument with her stepmother, and then a FedEx driver just happens to be there, and a crime of opportunity happened. It's horrible.
This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31, and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time.
$1.5 million bond, capital murder. I mean, you have to have some pretty damn strong evidence in the state of Texas to have that charge. Lake Worth is not far from me, guys, at all. I would say maybe 15, 20 minutes, right, Mr. Eve? I mean, whew. But look, you mess with East Texas or Northeast Texas and their children, you're going to get it. You're going to get it all and some. So I rep the state of Texas on that. We don't play. So good. But this is very scary as well, that we're so close to someone like that. FedEx drivers are literally on our street maybe 30, 40 plus times a day, maybe more. And this is very scary for me. So watch your children. Be very diligent. Don't let them out of your sight, guys.
We thank again the community, and I guess at this point, we'll take questions.
Was her body found on that of 4599 where you were at earlier?
You want to answer that question? No, it was on another county road, about 6 miles. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home.
Okay, so this is what I missed earlier. He was delivering the package to the home. I wonder if the package ever got there. I will admit that there are some things that I'm side-eyeing a little bit because it doesn't make any sense. Some of it doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going.
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
How was the driver located?
You want to answer that question? Would you like to answer that question?
There were a number of investigative steps that have taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you tell us more about any prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence, do you mean ring camera videos, surveillance?
Oh, we gonna find out if he's got some charges or some priors here in just a minute. Don't worry, because there's been a lot of speculation that he is either a registered sex offender or has charges relating to that. So we gonna find out.
Camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Is just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sheriff, you.
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that
Wow.
you can give us on why the suspect said he did this or what motivated him? Or
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time, and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
do you know if this man knew Athena or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 4599. Can you disclose?
That was just misinformation.
Okay.
As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we
Happens a
ended
lot
up
in these
doing what
cases.
we did to actually recover the body.
How many locations did he guide you to before you?
There were three that I recall. Is that correct, Job? Three? Two other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth, Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have surged?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that. The vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated. They're angry because of
Hell
what
yeah.
happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that
Absolutely.
everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, and from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
Sheriff, is there any way we can get a mugshot yet? Have you got a mugshot on this stuff?
We'll be able to get one soon, and I think we can probably get that
We
through
get
the Wise
mugshots
County
like
Sheriff's
that.
Office.
Sheriff, one last thing. You are a retired ranger, been in law enforcement 50 years. Describe this case in relation to your entire career.
You know, it's
He's a former ranger.
one of the
That's
toughest
right.
investigations that I've been involved in, because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart. You compare that child to your own children when they were that age, and it just takes the wind out of your sails, but at the same time, it gives you purpose, because you want to make sure that you do the best you can so that you get the best resources together to do what has been done here, and getting this done in really just about a 3-day period. It's amazing that the work was done by this team.
Thank you, Crystal.
And I'm in awe. So it breaks my heart, but at the same time, it really gives me a lot of spirit knowing that we can accomplish what we accomplished here these last 3 days.
Thank you, Sheriff.
All right, so there you have it. You know, in Texas, I am so proud of Texas, and I'm just, everybody, we get a lot of slack because everybody's like, oh, y'all are so egoic and, full of yourselves. Well, okay, yeah, we earned it. We do the right thing at the end of the day, for the most part, honorably. Law enforcement here is a little different than other places. And you could tell that they did an excellent job. We don't, what's the word, pussyfoot around when it comes to children most of the time, especially in North Texas. Like, we don't play. And I'm really, really proud of law enforcement, like extremely proud of them for what they've done and how fast they got all of the information and all of that stuff and handled the public. I mean, they just handle it. There's a way about them, So I'm really, really proud of them. And I appreciate them greatly. All right, so let's get to Tanner Horner. Boy, there is something, there's a lot to say about this. Where's the beep? Lot to say. So let's look him up, shall we? Put his ass on blast. Okay, Mr. Eve.
What if we're still doing this when we're 50? It would be nice to have that kind of job security.
Somebody is a member. Hey, 949 Sherry, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Welcome aboard. More beep beeps and more failed attempts at trying to get my potty mouth in order and check. It's hard, okay? All right. Tanner Lynn Horner. Mr. Eve, Tales from the Fort. Benbrook, Texas. Bel Air Drive. We know where that is. I know Mr. Eve knows where that is. That is crazy. He is 31 years old. Let's pull him up. like this guy's a singer in a band, I think. From what I've read. Here's 5 facts we need to know. Yep. There he is. So it says here, he describes himself as an Aspie, which is Asperger's. A lot of people use that excuse when they're just mentally deranged and the P word, right? A lot of people say, well, I'm just autistic. And that is so far from what autism is. Let me just tell you that. That whole thing is a farce, using that autism spectrum as a reason. Now, there are some autistic people who tend to have deviant behavior, but that's just so rare. Like, get that out of your guys' head. That's not always the truth. Yeah, what a sick monster, La Bamba. He's a wannabe singer. He cannot sing. He screams and raps. Oh, great. We don't have enough of those, do we? In Texas, right? So he's an Aspie and metalhead musician on Facebook. The sheriff confirmed Athena's body was discovered. So I'm guessing he has a child. Wow. That's very scary. I hope that they are doing an investigation, right? What else? He wrote that he was a former drummer at Walmart. How are you a former drummer at Walmart? Did you play on the set that they had on the stand there to sell? I don't know. Whatever. He worked at Buried Alive, I guess that was the band he was in, and was a former drummer at Albertsons. Oh, never heard of that band. He studied at Azle High School. All my Texas people out there, this is crazy. This is way too close. Way too close. He said that he was in a relationship. He filled his Facebook and Instagram pages with pictures of him holding a small baby. No. Ugh. No. So I don't have my Discord, Crystal, so I might have to find this stuff for myself, but I still appreciate you searching for me. I might ask you in the chat to help a sister out. So, Tanner Horner, Instagram. It's probably this guy. Wow, this is horrible for the family, too. You know, they might not have known anything about this. Right? One second. Jeez. And there's his wife or girlfriend, whatever. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, well, it's right there. I could have just saved myself some time. Can y'all see that? There it is. You just scroll on up here. Vocalist of Commit and Conquer, autistic as Ligma. Oh, okay. Wow. I hope somebody takes this down. Oh, my. This is weird. I don't like it. Yeah, but you know what? Like, people who didn't know this guy, didn't know anything about autism.
Dallas-Fort Worth weather is anything but ordinary. That's why Spectrum News 1 has you covered 24/7, so you and your family can be better prepared to plan your day.
Turn to the Spectrum News 1 weather experts, now on Channel 55.
Sorry, guys. I guess that's his girlfriend, her wife. Oof. Yeah, but people who don't know, you know, what autism is or like the spectrum and what that entails, you're not going to know that that's somebody that you need to stay away from. That's not how autism works. You know, that's just not how it works. So I think this guy was using that as a excuse to be a piece of shit. That's what I think. No. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I would have never thought. I mean, he looks a little weird, looks a little off, but you would have never thought that he would be someone who would kidnap a 7-year-old girl. He looks off, but I would never think we need to call the cops on him. He's going to commit a crime. You know what I mean? This is how do you prevent these things? You can't. But what you can do is keep an eye on your babies. And I'm not shaming anybody, any of the family members whatsoever, especially the stepmom. I'm sure she feels a lot of guilt. She did not know. She could not have predicted the future. It's not her fault. On the other hand, we do need to watch our children so intensively. Don't let them out of your sight. We can't. Not in this day and age. Let me check on chat. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm just so devastated for this little girl and her family. We'll take care of them, though, in Texas. It's only about 3 hours from San Antonio to College Station. I want to know how close to Lena this is. Right. Okay, that's why you were saying that. Lena Kill. No one has really said anything about Lena Kill from law enforcement in San Antonio. That's true. Anna Albertson's Eve. Yeah. Makes me think of Michael Vaughn's case. 9 for 9 Sherry says this cannot be his first rodeo, delivering a package and decides to abduct a 7-year-old. I am sure more charges will be filed after the autopsy. Yeah, I think that this is definitely a crime of opportunity, right? In a rural area, right? Maybe this is something that he's done in the past. Kind of makes you think of Summer Wells. Was there a FedEx truck going out there? Possible. And we're very quick to judge these parents. Now, Dawn and Candace are 100% completely different, right? I mean, it is what it is, but worst part is he is a child of his own, right? Like I said, I hope that, they investigate that, because that is a little weird just to have nothing but baby pictures and you singing. Not that that's a crime, right? But someone accused him of the R word in a comment on his finances post. Yeah, fiance's post. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't see that. So let's go back to his little criminal record. Because I can find out. You know what, Mr. Eve? I think that we might know somebody he's related to, and not know them, but somebody that works in the community in Benbrook area. That's very scary. And I'll let you know who that is, because I'm not going to blast them out. And some other people that have been in the news. Wow. This is scary. Very weird. And I'm going to save y'all the grief of listening to this man sing, rap. It is bad, Crystal. It's fucking bad. All right. He was also lived in Somerville Place in Fort Worth, Texas. Those are the apartment complex, like 15 minutes away, maybe, from me. This is insane. Now, the only criminal record that I see right now in May 25th, 2022 is failure to pay for toll tags, which shit, everybody in Texas, they ain't paying their toll tags since COVID. So I don't see that as a big deal, but I don't see anything else. I could be wrong, though. Look at his Facebook. See, we got 3 mutual fucking friends. That's crazy. Oh, I don't. Sorry. It's not me. It's not my profile. But y'all know who your friends are. Know who the people that you associate with. Keep your babies close. This is insane. That's all I can say. And justice for Athena. Whoa, what the hell? And justice for all of these missing babies. Again, go check out Tales from the Fort. He's the one that helped me set this up. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It's pretty cool. I'm going to try to mimic this on my own setup. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but thank you so much for that. As I say, guys, drink your water, hug yourself, hug your babies, your fur babies, your grandbabies. Justice for these missing babies. Watch your babies. You never know. And watch who you hang with. Keep your eyes peeped at all times. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Thank you for being here.
Comes back around again. Speak my mind silent.